Hi, this is Brenda Walton, and I'd like to welcome you to Back to School Night. I had hoped that this would be a real visit, but we're virtual again, but that's okay. We are going to make the best of it this year, and I really do think it's going to be a good year. I love teaching Honors 12. For many years, I taught everyone AP and Honors. But I am delighted to be with your kids this year. And as I said, I think it's going to be a great year. Just some quick housekeeping things here, daily routine. Yep, we got to wear the mask, and the kids are really great about cooperating. So I think we're all going to be safe and sound. I do stress that we are a community of learners. And I do think that the senior year is a time when we talk about big ideas and theories and concepts. There will be grand conversations and we will work together, unless, of course, I stipulate that you have to do your own work, and we will do our own work. And I think all of that will be fine. It's important to be able to do individual projects as well as projects with the group. And luckily, we're back together here so we can do more group work, which is going to be exciting. Missed work follows the regular school policy here. I always tell the kids if they're out, they just need to keep in touch with me. I'm here every day at 7 o'clock, and I'm here at lunch. So if anybody needs me, we can get together. So let's talk a little bit about what this good year is going to involve. I am now in the back room of the library. I got the best room in the house, and I have a lovely garden outside my window. And so I hope to take the kids outside at some point this year and get out in the fresh air and look at our beautiful lake and do some real life stuff out there. We can write poetry, and it's going to be great. It's a beautiful location. Let me tell you a little bit about the syllabus. We're going to be doing something called the Commonplace Book, and I tried to put a picture here. For some reason, it looks like it's upside down, but I'm just going to take that, as an omen of the crazy upside down year that we're living here. But it's all going to be fine. The Commonplace Book. The Commonplace Book, the concept actually goes back to the Middle Ages, and in the Middle Ages, the people would have a teeny tiny little book, and ours is actually a little kind of book, and people would record recipes and prayers and make lists, and that's what we're going to do. This is going to be a place where we can do some good reflective writing. It is handwritten, and that is for a reason, and I do hope that it will be a place where the kids have a record of the year. We've just finished our unit on summer reading, The Housekeeper and the Professor. What a beautiful book. It's just wonderful, uplifting, just a great book. And it brought up lots of other sort of side issues about being aware and about intuition and about all sorts of things that connect with psychology. And that actually is going to come up a lot. Many of the kids who are in psychology will see how literature always sort of dovetails with psychology, and that's a good thing for us to know. We just started a book it's a novella. It's called The Machine Stopped by E.M. Forster. And it is just a really amazing story. It has so many connections with what we're doing and living right now. And so this is going to be the topic of our first major essay. So they'll be writing an essay, their first major paper probably next week. And it's going to be sort of a hybrid essay. It's going to be literary analysis, critical interpretation, but there'll also be some places for them to have some original critique, for them to have some reflection. It's a really cool essay format, and it's actually one of the formats that have seen being used in colleges a lot. And so we'll use that as our first essay. We are going to talk about philosophy generally. We're going to talk about metacognition, I'm going to have the kids have a scholarly vocabulary. One of the things that I think is really difficult when you make the transition from high school to college is having that scholarly vocabulary. So I'm going to go through all the branches of philosophy, and they'll know what metaphysics is and ontology and axiology, and I think that will benefit. We're going to do a short story unit, and then we're going to go back to philosophy, and we're going to do I do a major unit on Greek philosophy, focusing on Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Once again, it gives them a grounding that that is, I think, essential for next year for college. And that will segue into a unit on existentialism. So we will talk about philosophy as a way of life and modern philosophy, which will give us a basis for reading the novel The Stranger. This, of course, is French existentialism, and it will connect with the philosophy that we've done before. There will be writing assignments connected with this, both, again, literary interpretation and reflective. Then I'm going to do my favorite of all favorites. We're going to talk about the Romantics. I do a big unit on Keats. He is, as some of you may know, my absolute favorite poet. Then we will talk about Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Lord Byron, and of all people, Lord Byron's daughter, Ada Lovelace. And you can ask the kids about her connection to literature when we are done with this. So there will be essays. There's usually a short essay on Keats and longer essays on Rime of the Ancient Mariner. So through the first semester, there'll be probably 4 major essays that the kids will focus on. Some of them are fairly short, but I will review with them all the formatting of essays, so that will help them. I always tell them that everything I do this year is about next year. It is my absolute goal that when they walk into freshman English next year, they are so confident that they know what they are doing. And the way that they learn that confidence or obtain that confidence is by practicing and by writing enough that they feel that they know what they're doing, and we will do that. Semester 2 is going to be here before you know it. Oh, you have no idea how fast the senior year goes. I keep telling them that. We'll start second semester with Hamlet, and again, there will be connections with Elizabethan culture and sort of placing it within context, which is, to me, the only way that you teach literature. We're going to do a quick unit on James Joyce, which is always fun. I do a little bit of Irish history with them, and that sort of, again, places the work in context. I do a modern poetry unit that allows them to sort of, again, connect what's going on in American poetry as well as British poetry. So we've got an overview of both here. Our last major unit probably this year is going to be the play A Doll's House, and that is by Ibsen. And this will also give us material for a reflective response. Look, we're at the end of the year already. Uh, the senior year goes by so quickly. I hope that by just basically showing you this quick little overview of what we're covering, you too will feel confident that your kids are getting what they need for next year. We look at all aspects of writing. We have, as I said, varied genres. They do reflective, they do critical analysis. We do a little bit of creative writing, and a lot of them like that. So if you have any questions, any problems, I am here. I have all my credentials and office hours are posted on Canvas up at the top. Always feel free if you have a question, if you don't understand what's going on, if Canvas is giving you fits, just email me and I'll get right back to you. Again, like I said, it is going to be a good year. I promise you that. So thank you again for the privilege of teaching your kids. I love it, I enjoy it, and I aim to do a good job. Thanks.